all the buttons are in different places. All right.
By the way, the Slipstream Zone, it's my channel, so that's
nice.
me commenting on there, just in case. Am I going to do this?
Good evening, racing fans. Welcome to my channel. Tonight we have got some CTC action on for us all. ZFS versus P1R at Watkins Glen. I'll pull up the settings now. In the combox tonight, it's not just me. We are joined by the wonderful French American Andy.
Hi, how's everybody doing tonight? Ready for some live action?
Yeah. As just a quick disclaimer, as I did say in the live chat, this is my first stream with OBS. I usually use Streamlabs, so I've had to sort of do all the settings by scratch again. So if I sound too loud, if Andy's too loud, if the cards are too quiet, just let me know. Jump on track and see. Cards. I can't hear anything in terms of cars, which probably means you guys can't hear anything in terms of cars. We'll run over the settings real quick. So we are in the Alpine A10 2017 car at the Watkins Glen Long Course for 21 laps. In terms of multipliers, the fuel is on 4x, same as the tyres, with 3 litres per second. We're at evening time of day with 6x progression, so we should see a nice little sunset towards the end of the race, I reckon. The weathers, it looks like it's going to start off cloudy and then get sunny. No chances of rain for tonight. So yeah, pure strategy-based race. It's looking to be about a one-stop based on what the boys have been doing in practice. P1 and P2 in Group B. Going to be an absolute stormer of a race tonight. We'll jump on track real quick just to see... is this still connected? That might fix it. Can we hear cars now? Should see cars. I can hear them now, so hopefully we've got game audio. My mic stand's playing up as well, which is quite annoying. So yeah, this is working alright. Just do the lineups real quick. So on the ZFS team we have Electric TSL, Speed Ace 01, JTGJ, Sean McCormack, Addy the Daddy, and Mixter. Very, very strong lineup from us. And do you want to do the P1R lineup?
Yes, let me get to it. So P1R is starting up with Rum Paddy, and then R Lapping GT, Patrol, Sorte 13, Remag F1, and Old Banger. So let me see what lineup they did on the first leg, if any of those are returning drivers or not. I'll be back with some more info in a bit.
I recognize Raymag. He does some lap guides on YouTube. Very, very fast driver. Dutch bloke, at least I think that's let's have a quick look at the liveries in this XLP. Nice looking livery from the P1R department. If anyone in chat does know who designed the P1R livery, do let us know. We love giving credit for the livery designs. It's the white, black and yellow livery there. Who's the first ZFS boy we got? We got Electric TSL on track in a typical orange and bluish black colours of the ZFS racing team. Got with a bit more of a stripe design than we usually go with. I do believe it was Dylan again that designed this one. Very, very talented livery designer at ZFS, Dylan is.
For this one, it's KW Customs.
Oh, alright, never mind. It's my team boss.
Yeah.
We got loads of wicked, proper experienced livery designers, drivers, commentators. We've got a bunch of everyone in ZFS. It's all about having such a large community. Nearly, I think it's like 600 members we got now in the Discord.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, fun fact about KW is not only did he design the livery, he's also a race director for this race. So he's up there on track with them.
It was KW that was what's it called, race engineer for my first CTC at the Nürburgring sprint in the rain against. I think it was CLR we went against. He is wicked. You just you ask him for like times and stuff. He's right there with it. Knows what he's doing. He can keep you calm. It's very, very good race engineer. Don't think it's anyone's debut in terms of CTC on the ZFS lineup. I do know. I think it's mixed as second. He did the Spa race against MRL for BFS last match day 6, and match day 7 is with ZFS running against P1R.
I checked about the archives a little bit. It doesn't seem like we've raced P1R this year yet. We've done P1RX and none of their drivers.
We should have, because if I just whip up the quick facts now. The way it works, we're on match day 7 at the moment, so there's 12 teams again, and it's from 10 communities. Actually, the 2 communities with 2 teams in CTC are going up against each other tonight. ZFS with ZFS and VFS, and P1R with P1R and P1RX. But essentially, you do 10 match days, you've got 1 home, 1 away. And because it's match day 7, we should have already raced P1R, I think. Because match day 6, ZFS went against RA, and that was the same as match day 1. We do seem to be about to start qualifying. It's the big man Kieran himself have given us the go ahead to say ZFS are ready. We're just waiting on P1R to make the final call, and there we are, going into qualifying. So it will be P1R out first, and then after 30 seconds the pit lane opens for ZFS. If you are new to CTC, it is in terms of qualifying settings, there is no tyre wear or fuel wear at all. You don't have to qualify on the tyre that you want to start on. So it's full beans on softs for everyone. So get a nice look at our boys. Who we got in chat? We got Andy, of course, who's in the car box with us. Danny Boy, Big Shark, Kev's in there. Loads of different guys in chat. You love to see it. Love to see the sport coming from. I think Vescu is watching as well. Yeah, so 10-minute qualifying. Damage is on light, by the way, so if someone does go straight into the barriers, it's not going to be the end of the world. Who is first out for P1R? Lapping GT. I think it's tradition for my streams, the first lap of qualifying, go on board with them. Who's first out for ZFS? It's Speed Ace. Should we go for an on-board lap with Speed Ace?
Yeah, let's go on. See a little bit of those lines and braking points. It's a car we don't really race with ZFS. I don't think I've ever done in the past 2.5 years with ZFS, done a race with the Alpine. So that'll be very interesting. Maybe that could be like a new combo that we start doing.
Car with racing tyres on though, because CTC doesn't use sports tyres no matter the car. So that could be making things interesting, because I know a couple of our drivers, especially Milks, doesn't enjoy when they've not got the correct tyres on. As we're coming up to the final corner, get a lovely look at that modern interior. Wonder if that clock is accurate. So regarding to the time of day, is evening as we start the race. Flat out 130 mile an hour, looking for that first board. Down to 4, clip the apex, use as much of the runoff as possible. As long as you keep 2 of your tyres on the curb there, you should be okay in terms of penalties. Should be completely flat out here. Looks like the cars have only got 5 gears. Nope, they've got 6. Just that was Speed Ace using the absolute maximum, revving it to the limit as we come up to the bus stop chicane, looking for the 200 board. It looked like a little dab of the brakes down to 5th. Keep that speed through, a little bit of the wobble for him, but nothing major. Keeps a tight line through this banked right-hander. Coming onto the long course. Very, very tricky couple corners coming in. Keeps it narrow, clips the apex, comes out in 4. Seems to be like most of the power in this car is right at the tipping top of the power band as we're coming onto the back straight now. No penalties so far for Speed Ace. Very nice. We know Watkins is very much a penalty galore track. I noticed most racers I do here. Go down to 4th again. 4 coming up to the final sector here. Down to 3rd for this. It's a 156.4. Fastest so far for Raymag as the P1R boys are crossing the line. With ultimate corner now. Don't want to run wide. So easy to do in race cars. He's got the line. End of that barrier. Hits the brakes, down to 4, keeps the speed possible. What time is it going to be for Speed Ace across the board? It is going to be a 56.8, only just almost 4/10 off the pole position. Down in 5th so far. Mixter's next across the line with 57.9, Electric with a 56.6. I should probably go grab my keyboard because then I can do what's it called, the instant replays. I know I forgot something. I've got it downstairs quickly. So currently after the first couple runs, it's P1R Petrol going into the pits. Did he quit into the pits or did he drive in? In CTC, it's not necessarily a rule that you have to drive into the pits. I know we have a gentleman's agreement that we do it, but quitting back in CTC, we saw that with the MRL boys sort of exploiting it.
Yeah, this rule about pits is often just a common agreement between the teams. I think with TCR
yesterday, goes off at the bus stop there, catching a bit of grass. This is what I mean. I'd want my keyboard there to do an instant replay, but we can't do it. But with that light damage, yeah, he's on his first lap, so that does mean that he would have quit back to the pits. Not necessarily against the rule, more the gentleman's agreement, as you said. Saffington, what you doing, mate? Oi, oi. Slipstream zones, Andy. Andy's loud as fuck. When isn't he?
I'll put the mic farther then.
Raymag as well, improving to a 56.2 and again quitting back into the pits. Seems to be the P1R boys' strategy. And a little bit to the absolute maximum. So, what are we? 3 minutes 32 the checkered flag, as that is Mixter improving to a 57.5. Let's do a quick rundown of the grid so far. So it's Raymag on P1 for P1R, Sorte in P2 for P1R, and Rumpadi in P3 for P1R. So points scored in qualifying, you can get a maximum of 6. It's 3 for pole, 2 for second, and 1 for third. So P1R currently on for a qualifying clean sweep. There is Sorte driving by slowly to let his teammates pass. First ZFS driver is Electric TSL with that 56.6 up in P4. Then it's P1R Old Banger and P1R Petrol in 5th and 6th respectively. Speed Ace in 7th for ZFS. JT DJ in 8th for ZFS. Mixter in 9th for ZFS. Andy's in the combox with me. Addy in P10 for ZFS, and then Lapping GT and Sean McCormack yet to set a lap, but Sean is on one, coming through the final sector now. What is it going to be? He's got Speed Ace behind him with a 1 second penalty, and that's going to negate both this lap out and the next, quite unfortunately. Ooh! Sean on the limit, but was that too much? He may have kept 2 wheels on the line. Seems to have taken the absolute maximum. This is going to be an absolute stonking lap for Sean McCormack. What is it? It's a 57 nought up to P9. But again, he's only 8 tenths off Paul. It's really, really close. Look at this. Gaps across the field within the 15, 14 millisecond gaps. So close. That's P1R Petrol clipping the wall there slightly. He is up on this lap, but will that have slowed him down enough to make this lap not an improvement? Come through the final corner now. A little bit of a graze against the barrier there. You see sparks flying off the car. And yes, that little tap does mean that he doesn't improve. 1 minute to go until checkered flag. There is Speed Ace with his 1 second penalty. That will take him out of contention. But that 56.8 is still a stonking lap. Really impressive result from Speed Ace. Our lapping GT has got past Electric down to 5th. Addy in 12th currently. There's Sean McCormack in the pits. Don't know who to watch. There's stuff happening all across the board. We're not even at the race yet.
Yeah, P1R seems to be a very strong lineup right now at the moment.
Yeah, they always are. That's the thing with CTC. They're all aliens across the board. Every single one, every single driver on both teams has earned their spot there. That is lapping GT improving to a 56.533. Slightly behind his teammate on pole position with that incredible 56.2. Bloody hell, that is quick. Yeah.
So, coming out on mediums or?
Is Sean coming out on mediums? I mean, he's in the pit. The checkered flag has fallen. So there's Speed Ace doing a nice little donut over there. Gonna wait till we've got the official result, and then I'm just gonna run down. Well, if they're in the pits, that's still gonna count down the 1 minute 30. I'm just gonna leg it real quick and grab my keyboard so I can do the instant replays. You can keep them entertained.
Well, that was a great qualifying for P1R because they snapped first to fourth. It's Raymag, R Lapping GT, Sorte 13 Patrol, and actually all the way to fifth with Rampadi. And then it seems like Electric is the first one on 6 for ZFS and Old Banger with P1R, then Speed Ace. In 8th, Sean McCormack in 9th, JTJ in 10th, Mixta in 11th, and Addy Daddy in 12th position. So Electric making sure to break up the P1R guys right there. So that's awesome.
Yeah, lovely to see it. Still maximum points for P1R in qualifying. It is nice to see a couple of the ZFS boys up there as well. It's not quite a full-on clean sweep. I mean, they were 14 milliseconds away from a clean sweep. But they didn't get it. Electric up there for ZFS. Yeah, quick look at the official qualifying times. The top 5 P1R boys only separated by just under 2.5 tenths. Incredible how close the field is here. So it's 1 through 5 for P1R. Maximum qualifying points for P1R. ZFS P6, P1R P7, then ZFS 8 through 12.
Yeah, it's crazy because the gap is very tiny.
Yeah, that's what I love about CTC. Even the clean sweeps are like barely like a second covering the entire field. I mean, look at this here. Top 10 separated by a second.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Waiting for Kieran to get the results. before we kick off 21 laps of racing action at the Watkins Glen long circuit.
It'll be interesting to see the different strats amongst the two teams, see if they run the same strat, and if so, I'm a little bit worried for ZFS because P1R seems to have a very strong pace in this car.
Yeah,
we'll see
definitely.
If has a big role in this race or if it's pure pace. But they picked the strat, they picked the.
Oh.
So maybe they're used to this car. We're not, so it's their home race. So ZFS comes with a advantage here. So we'll see if strat has a big role in this race.
Absolutely, yeah. As I said, talking to the boys earlier on, it seems to be a soft and mediums coming out tonight. Just have a quick look at the sayings again, because I've already forgot what the mandatory tyres are, if there even is any. Available / mandatory. So it's all available, but only the softs that are mandatory for this one. Just been asked if comms are ready. Which we are. Are you ready? I'm ready. I think Taff is here. Not lost him ever, no. Yeah, just gonna reset the Discord real quick because you're not coming through. See if that's fixed it.
We shall see.
Yes, that's it. Fixed it, nice. Good, beautiful voice again. As we wait for the lights. It's 4, 5 lights. It's lights out and away we go for match day 7. ZFS versus P1R. Lapping GT and Remag off to a good start. Lapping GT with that inside line into turn 1 isn't gonna clash or anything with 3, 4 wide at the back. Seem to all be through cleanly into turn 1. There is electric and petrol close together. Let's go on board with electric through the death chicane, holding off the P1R whitewash. I called this death chicane, it's bus stop at Watkins. Got to be so careful on these lap ones. Oh, what a move that was from Old Banger. Oh, they're still side by side, Old Banger and Electric. Electric just about keeping it ahead, is he? No, still side by side. Electric with the inside line coming into this corner. Oh, there's contact! Old Banger losing the rear end there slightly. Speed 8 coming through. I think I set about 5 replay markers there, so you just don't know where to look.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very long as far as this car. It seems to be a very, very snappy car.
Yeah. Was there...
Even on tires, imagine what it is on the road tires.
Yeah, definitely. Still chase car. A little bit of door banging on lap 1, but nothing major. The real changes are Speed Ace getting ahead of Old Banger there. As I say that, Old Banger down the inside gets back that position. P7. Very, very clean move from Old Banger past Speed Ace. That is what you love to see in the CTCs. Not just about moments that we look at on these to replay. I can probably go a little bit further than that. I'm glad I did grab. So there's Speed 8 picking up a bit of dirt. Old Banger sees the gap, sends it on the brakes, gets ahead in the penultimate corner. Sean Cormack was in 9th. Thought he'd had a moment. Oh, that is a moment there. Speed Ace on the grass. Little moment, little bit of a mistake, and you've lost about 5 positions and been given a second penalty for good measure. So Speed Ace down to 12th position. Be interesting to see what he can do about the ZFS train in front of him. Where is Electric in all of this? Electric still holding up very nicely. He's built up a 2.2 second gap to Old Banger, but look at this. 2 seconds off the lead, and you're in 6th. The P1R train ahead of Electric, putting on a show tonight. Be interested to see how he can make his way through it. We will stick with this battle for a while.
Yeah, Jay needs to Old Banger if he wants to catch up a little bit. Electric is taking advantage of that slipstring wagon. If he falls off of it, I think it'll be tough for him to join back.
Is that Andy who needs to turn his mic down, or me that needs to turn my mic down, Taff? Because it's the first one in OBS, I'm still trying to learn what everything was doing. Chick was going to help me with it, but he was busy at the time. So I had to self-teach myself this in about 30 minutes, and I just about got it all in time for the stream.
I think he's talking about my mic, but I pushed it a little bit away from my mouth, so yeah. We'll see what if Taff's still complaining or not. He's a big baby anyway.
Yeah. Welsh, that's all they know how to do is complain. I mean, every single road in Wales is 20 miles an hour. I'd be complaining if I was having to deal with that. Look at P1R train condensing even more. Oh, was that a bit too wide for Electric there? Hope he's got away with it without a penalty. That is Petrol though. That has got off. He's got Old Banger behind him that's going to go through. Is Jay going to go through as well? He's picked up a bit of rear damage, but then again it is light damage. So that will go away, but that little speed boost difference is enough to allow Jay to get past. Petrol's damage still not repaired to that rear. Will Mixter be able to a bit of a sniff as well? He's 6/10 back, probably not enough. Let's have a quick look at what happened with Petrol there.
Yeah, worst thing for Petrol is going to have very tires for a while.
Seems to just have been defending Electric. Broke a bit too late, got on the grass, and it's very tricky that corner for that exact reason. It's so easy to go off and make a quick mistake. But that has promoted Electric, P1R, Banger, and Jay up a position. Oh, Mateus in chat. Hey, mate. Wicked performance yesterday, mate. That was an absolute blast to watch on comms. Taff as well. All the BFS boys did phenomenally against TCR. A crushing win. But let's not reminisce about the past too much, because we've currently got Jay on the rear end of P1R Old Banger as we come towards the bus stop chicane. He's got ahead before the braking, and that is a wonderful textbook slipstream move from Jay. Bit of grass being picked up from Old Banger, manages to keep the position, but gets a half-second penalty in the process. He's got Petrol right behind him. He's going to serve this penalty just about now. Petrol will definitely go past him, but he has got a bit of a train of ZFS cars behind him. Mixter, Speed Ace, Sean, Addy, all in contention there. Will we see? He's currently in 7th. He's going to slightly get off the racing line there to serve the penalty as Mixter is now side by side with him. He's got ahead into the braking and Mixter with a lovely move on the old banger up to P8. We're slowly chipping away. It's certainly not a P1R whitewash yet. I didn't even have a look at the tyres. There's been that much going off. Seems to be mediums across the board. Yeah, mediums across the board.
Yeah.
So it looks to be a medium soft for most of them, but how long do they take these mediums on? Because you want as many laps on the soft as possible without doing too many.
It seems like there isn't going to be an issue here, so it's all going to be about who pits first and who gets on the soft and how long the soft lasts.
You go for the undercut, you go for the overcut. That's 6x. 6x time multiplier. Definitely playing a role now. See it getting darker. I mean, I've pretty much been with lads much for practice, so I know there's going to be a sunset at least. Whether it gets dark towards the latter stages of the race, where it's going to be cooler. So, what's that? Old banger having a look at Mixter. Manages to make it stick. Old banger back up into P8, but Mixter back on the attack, down the inside. It's going to be later on the brakes, not quite late enough. Old banger back up to P7. Oh, look at this! The train is braking as electric up to P2 for electric TSL. After the P1R boys served their penalties, but he's got Rumpadi right behind him. Let's go on board into the passenger cabin with Rumpadi. Electric TSL doing absolutely phenomenally here. I believe, yeah, he qualified 6th in 5 laps. It's up to P2 now. Wonderful, wonderful work from Electric here. And the rest of the boys.
It's perfect because he can break up that P1R train and kind of help the rest of the team catch up. I think at this point he forget about the guy in front.
See what happened there, yeah. So it was just 2 of them serving a penalty. Electric are already up 2-4 as they serve it and get it back. Definitely got to keep our eyes more on. Well, that's the thing with this lobby, because it's so competitive. There's just battles across the field. You don't know where to look. So now it is Rumpadi having a bit of a look on Electric. He's going to back out slightly back up to the bus stop. Very, very brave to go for a move there, but we have seen it done so far today. I mean, even just in 5 laps, the amount of action. Chaos going off, clean chaos. French commentator, that is Andy. Beautiful voice that you are hearing. Not my voice, Apparentis or Contentis, as I'm now called. The name's so good, I willingly made it my Discord. A French American, yeah. Actually are in.
Yeah. We should have had a Finnish commentator yesterday with half of the ZFS, half of the BFS team being Finnish, with Nochi, Matthias, and Major Clusterfuck.
I don't think they're going to like you calling them a Finnish, considering the fact they're Swedish, mate.
Oh,
I mean, yeah. Close enough, but that's like calling a Brit an Irishman.
Same thing. Northern.
We're making the final preparations at the university. Move out 2 weeks tomorrow it is. I'm a bit too excited and terrified for it, to be honest. First time I've been living alone. Probably looking forward to it.
Danny, tough, French-born, dual citizen. That's, I don't know what you call one more than the other.
French American
Oh,
picking visibility,
French.
bro.
More French at the moment, I would say, for the next 3.5 years.
Until you decide against it, become American. You're looking at Petrol and Jay still quite close together. They seem to have died down. Not really. We've still got nice even mix. Sean Cormack down to dead last. With Addy, is Addy gonna let him pass it? Oh, a bit of a drift there for Addy. And lose a bit of space. There is, yeah, Sean Cormack getting passed up into 11th. Not quite the pace that I've expected to see from Sean. Someone who is absolutely on the flyer tonight is Electric. He's right on the rear end of Raymag now. Looking at the tyres and fuel, they seem to be roughly the same between the leading two. So it's not like one's fuel saving, one's tyre saving or anything. Electric TSL last lap on lap 6, fastest lap of the race so far with a 58.2. He's on the charge, is Electric. I didn't mean for that to be such a terrible pun, but Electric on the charge. I guess it works. As we come into the run up to turn 1. Raymag goes defensive, takes that inside line. What is Electric going to do about it? He's just going to back out slightly. Raymag defending that perfectly, getting a better run through turn 1 though. We're gaining. A little bit of a bump there. Didn't really have much way to go. We're going to go past, slipstreaming past. We're going to see what Jay did. So I believe it was Petrol getting past. Electric for the lead, going for it. Raymag defending, takes that inside line for the bus stop chicane. Electric just backs out of that slightly, gets a better run again, bump to bumper again. Look at this, battles for the lead. Run Paddy's like, yeah, I'm going to have a bit of this. Top 3 separated by 3 milliseconds. You know it's good when I start choking on there. That's how you know it's a good race. Lapping GTs here as well. That's the top 4 within 7/10 of each other. This is CTC. This is what we're here to see. Electric still on that bumper of Raymag. Is he going to be able to get past on this straight? Raymag taking the inside early again. We're going to be side by side going into the braking zone. Run Paddy sees the gap. Is he going to follow his teammate through? Yes, he is. Was that squeezing him wide? Probably not, since Electric's not got a penalty. Or he's going to have a look up the inside. Not quite able to make it stick. Lapping GT's right there on his inside. Will he be able to defend around the outside? Electric, he's going to just back off slightly. Electric down to 4th now. The P1R teamwork to get past ZFS. Let's have a look at that move from Run Paddy again. Let's go on board with him. So there is Electric, and Raymag sees the gap down the inside, just gets in his teammate slipstream, bump crafts him to let Raymag pass, and in turn, beautiful choreographed move from P1R. Well, the smile on my face, folks, running a face cam. That is immense. I am absolutely loving every second of this. Slapping GT being quite defensive there on Electric. Sorte coming in to have a bit of this as well. 3 seconds back is Jay, who's got Petrol close to him as well, but with that half-second penalty that should give him a bit of leeway. Well, 100%, we've got to keep our eyes on this battle for the lead here. 5-way battle for the lead. Now, looking at their mediums, we do have to use the softs at least once, so this is where the pit strategies are going to be coming in play. He's not even bothered about the commentating, he's just plugging his own channel in chat.
it's that's where it's important to have a couple people up there. Electric seems to be lost by himself along all the P1R guys.
I mean, Jay's only 3 seconds off from him. It's just that this pack is so big. We can't find a way back for the lead. It looks like he's on his own. But Jay is still up in the works. He's got Petrol behind him who just clips the wall there. Loses about 2/10 to Jay. Do we have enough time to go for a quick run of the grid? I kind of wanted to still keep my eyes on this battle, but I know if I leave it alone, Electric will pick up the pace. I don't want to give a commentator's curse out. So it's Raymag followed by Rumpaddy. Is it though, side by side? Going into the bus stop chicane. Raymag just seems to have let off a little bit there, letting his teammates through. Rumpaddy now our race leader. Has he let off too much? Is that to try and defend Electric more? Bring Sorte into the fight. We've seen how well Raymag can defend against Electric in the earlier stages of this race. We're already on lap 10. I didn't even notice. We're about to... Well, we pretty much have just crossed half race distance already. How mad is that to think? It feels like it's just about started. There is Raymag on the inside, Electric on the outside, keeps Sorte at bay. It was close there to go back on board with Electric, see what he does here.
I can't wait to see when they're gonna switch on for soft tires. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Ooh,
it's gonna
bit of dirty air there for Electric. Manages to keep it stuck though, but a bit of a scary moment for him. Lost the battle. 3/10 there. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
It's okay. Seeing the fuel, having done half of the race and still having about 1/3 of the fuel, and the medium tires not even been halfway worn.
Yeah.
I would think getting on for the soft anytime soon would be very good as far as like finishing the race.
We're on lap 11 now, so it'd be 10 laps left on the softs. If they were to come in at the end of this lap, it's going to be cooler because it's later, and they're gonna have less fuel. So yeah, I reckon anytime soon now, as there's Electric back in the slipstream of Raymag, but Raymag just knows exactly where to position the car and keep Electric at bay. It's every single lap, the wheel to wheel. You don't know where to look. There's always that bit of a moment from Sorte going a bit wide, started to crack. Raymag, bit of weaving there, I might say. Bitter lost the rear slightly, side by side with Electric on the back straight. Let's go on board with Electric. Look at how close they are here, coming into the braking zone. Electric with the inside, gets the apex, keeps it stuck, and he's back up to P3. For ZFS, now coming towards the latter stages of the race, the latter stages of lap 11. You know how painful the pit lane is here. Pit penalties are on. Rumpaddy stays out, so does Lapping GT. Electric seems to be all of the front runners stay out for another lap. Yeah, doesn't seem to be anyone on the softs yet. Sean McCormack, interesting. They're struggling with tyre wear a lot. Mixter as well. So these back runners got significantly less tyres than the front runners. Let's just do a quick grid rundown. So it's P1R 1 and 2, ZFS 3, P1R 4, 5, 6, ZFS 7, P1R 8, and then ZFS 9, 10, 11, 12, So there is P1R Old Banger side by side with Speed Ace coming into the bus stop. We're side by side through the bus stop. That is so hard to make work. Speed Ace finding a way to do it. Old Banger 10 out of 10. Clean racing from both of them. We've got to take a look at that. It's not very often that you see two cars go side by side through the bus stop and it doesn't end in tears. I'm loving every second of this. Let's go back to the front. You don't really want to take your eyes off this. Where's my TV count? There it is. So Run Paddy and Lappy GT just seeming to create a sort of gap to electric. 1.5 seconds that is now. Interestingly, Raymag dropping down to fifth, letting Sorte through. Them lights are pretty blinding. I'm just going to quickly adjust my gamma settings. It's display. Where is it? Where's my gamma? Is it image settings I need? Yeah, exposure. If I just bring this down a bit, so the lights aren't as blinding. There we go. I can remember how to stream. As we just catch the first couple ZFS boys coming into the pits. Electric, Jay, Sean McCormack. Speed Ace stays out of the pits. He is now our net on track ZFS leader.
Only reason why I can think of them not being on the softs earlier than this is maybe overheating, because it is a track with quite a few thing on the front right tires, it seems like.
So where has electric just coming out of the pit lane now? So he had about a 2-second gap to the leaders coming into the pits. And coming out of the pits, let's just let that fully stabilise. Wait till we get past the stop chicane to confirm it. But it seems to be about 42 seconds pit loss at this track. So the leading P1R boys just about to come towards pit lane. We are going through the Portsmouth corner now. Interesting. Will they stay out? Will they come in? I mean, looking at the fuel, they don't really have much choice. Run Paddy in, Lapping GT in, Sorte stays out. Raymag is going to stay out. I thought he was coming in for a second there. What about Petrol? Petrol might cross the pit lane there. That did look like a pit lane cross. Pit lane penalties are on. It's a 3-second penalty if you do cross that pit lane. Pit liner. Old Banger staying out as well. Speed Ace coming in. The only ZFS driver to do 13 laps on the mediums can come on to the softs. Fuel seems to be roughly the same across the field. Now, where is electric in all of this? Coming past the pit entrance now, using the absolute maximum amount of track that he can. Crosses the line. Where is Lapping GT? Lapping GT coming out of the pits now. Run Paddy, where is electric? He's just behind, but he's got the more of the speed, and it looks to be roughly equal to what it was. I mean, it was about a 1.5 second gap that they had. There is electric weaving his way through them, gets past Run Paddy with 3 wide. So we go to the rundown to the bus stop chicane. As he lets him stick, he pounds electric up to P5, which will be P1 on track when the top 3 come into the pits. Presumably that there is Lapping GT defending the position beautifully again, keeping the inside off of Electric. Are we going to get a little bit of a switch back there? Yes, we are not. As Lucky GT manages to keep ahead. What about Rumpadi in all of this? He's having a bit of a sniff as well. Electric with the inside there. It's going to be a drag race down the back straight. YouTube Sorte comes in, Rayman comes in, and presumably Old Banger will come in as well. So this should be the net battle for the lead. Go back to TV cam, even though it is a bit of blinding light. Shabba.
I think this lap, Electric lost a little bit of time behind lapping GT, which might help the guys when
they were fighting quite hard. We'll see Sorte coming out of the pits now. One advantage of leaving the pit lane, the pits later, is that you do take less fuel. With it being 3 litres per second, that is a massive advantage. But it does seem to be Sorte coming through there. Where is he gonna be? He has comes out in P4. So this group just narrowly squeezing past Sorte. Even with the differing strategies, they still came out neck and neck. This battle for the lead. I believe that is everyone on softs now. If I do stand corrected. Yeah, everyone on softs. So we can go through a quick grid order. So it's Latin GT in P1 for P1R, ZFS, Electric TSL, slowly creeping behind, only 3 tenths. Rumpad in P3 for P1R, Sorte P4 for P1R, Raymag P5 for P1R, and then it's JTGJ, the next ZFS driver in P6, Old Banger in P7 for P1R, Speed Ace and Sean Colmack following closely behind in 8th and 9th respectively, both for ZFS. Mixter in 10th. Petrol after presumably having a moment earlier on. Yes, lap 14 something must have happened, because that seems to be far greater than the other guys' pit exit, pit entrance times. Maybe it was a 3-second penalty, because I mean he's 11th. Yes, it would have been the 3-second penalty, because I saw him go over the lines on the entrance, so yes. Petrol, after serving a 3-second penalty, down in 11th. And Paddy to Daddy rounding it out for the ZFS boys. Let's keep our eyes on this battle for the lead. Electric with the inside, manages to keep it stuck. Ben's run Paddy off. Lap 16 of 21. An absolutely wicked race so far. I don't think there's been a lap without action, and we're keeping that up, coming up to the bus stop chicane. I'll get a better view of this so we're not actually being blinded by the lights. Electric staying in P2, giving us an absolute show tonight. What do you think the final position's going to be? Because even with just what is it, like 5.5 laps to go, you can't really decide who's going to win it. Anything can happen in this.
Anything. We've seen that they've been switching position back and forth, so
constantly
I'm just
the entire race. Yeah.
I'm just hoping Electric with the podium, because he's had a great race. So he deserves it, definitely. But Jay seems to be putting good laps in as well. So hopefully he can catch up a little bit, and then mistakes are easy to happen.
On Jay, actually, because he has came up to the back of Raymag here. Raymag just got a lap. He's got a lap fresher tyres than him, but he's also got colder tyres. He has dropped off considerably from Sorte. Did he have to serve a 3-second penalty? was it something else? Was it an instant? I mean, I say that he's only 7 seconds behind. Notice this changing again. No, that's just them being side by side. Once again, Electric Run Paddy absolutely putting a show on tonight. Keep my fingers covered between the two hockeys. Even then, again, further back, we've got Old Banger and Speed Ace banging it out. John Cormack with a half-second penalty, so easy to do at this track. Let's keep our eyes on battle for P2. This bit of battling between Run Paddy and Electric has allowed Lapping GT to just sort of pull a gap up front. It's not much, it's only 2 seconds. But it has given him a bit of clear air. Fastest lap so far on the softs is a 56.6 from Sorte. Let's keep that eye.
Previous one that was a 157.0, so it's almost half a second faster.
Yeah.
Quite a good lap. Yeah, this race is contingent on penalties because it's so easy to pick up a penalty on this track, and yet it's so punishable by having the penalty line uphill on the straight.
Yeah,
it's
penalty, you lose about 2 seconds.
Yeah, especially with a pack that's very close like this. You could go from first to probably 6th or 7th with the penalty.
Even with it being such a penalty-ridden track, we've not really seen much of it from the top drivers tonight. Putting on
they've been
show of excellence in the driving department.
Yeah, an amazing race. We've seen a couple of them when Electric got past them, but I think they learned from it and they've been keeping on track since then, so quite easy with this snappy car to get penalties on this track.
Try and not use TV cameras much in the dark because you can't really see much in it. You more just get blinded by the lights. This is Speed Ace and Old Banger going side by side, going into the bus stop, and that's Speed Ace getting past Old Banger. Lovely move, Speed Ace. Well done, mate. Up to P7. I think that's a call for the instant replay. Jumbotron takes to the outside. See how close we are coming into it. Better run later on the brakes. Gets ahead into it. That's a textbook move from Speed Ace once again. I swear we saw another move from him in the bus stop earlier today. Speed Ace, I think it was petrol that he took. I don't say this lightly, I think this has been the best CTC race I've ever had the pleasure of commentating. It's just battles across the field. Beautiful, beautiful, clean racing.
It seems to be a good combo. Would have loved to see road tires on this car instead of racing tires, but
yeah, the rules with CTC is it's just the racing tires allowed. None of the combos use sports or comfort tires, which is quite annoying.
Yeah, might be a change for CTC. I'm pretty sure that a few teams have already expressed themselves as far as having sports tires on, so we shall see CTC 2026.
Absolutely. Well, we've still got 3 more match days of the 2025 season to go. They run, I believe it's once a month that they run from February to November. So yeah, this is match day 7. We've got 8, 9 and 10 to come for the grand finale between the 2 winners of the groups. Is all Paddy a little bit wide there. Is he going to allow Sorte through? No, just going to slot back in front of him for the number 18. Electric stays ahead in P2, but now he's got two of the P1R boys to defend against. Let's go try this camera, trying to not get blinded by the lights, but still get a good feel of it. Was there a bit of contact there? Well, Rumpadi gets a 1 second penalty. Sorte gets away with it. Let's have a quick look at the replay on board with Rumpadi. Bit of rubbing coming into it, and yes, that's Sorte going a bit deep on the brakes into the back of his own teammates. Giving him a 1 second penalty, but this should give Electric a bit of breathing room, but Rumpadi very, very aggressive, takes that inside line. They're going to go through all contact, and that is Electric off. Electric off.
And that's exactly what I was
hoping
not hoping for.
On the penultimate lap of the race. So sad to see. Let's watch what this happened again. So Rumpadi with that 1 second penalty really shouldn't be going for this move at this position, because he knows he's going to lose it again. Goes too deep, cuts him, and then it's Sorte that just goes into the back of him, hits him again, and he's off. Is Sorte going to wait up? He doesn't seem to be waiting up. I'd say that was Sorte's. Or it was probably. I don't know, let's have a look at it again from Sorte's. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I've just made a new replay marker. I'm useless. Dodgy tactics. Electric. Doing oh so well. Pushing a bit too hard, maybe. Looking at that front left tyre of his. He's got barely any. It's going to be full red through it. Does promote J into P5 as the top ZFS rider now. It's the top ZFS driver now. It's P1R 1 through 4. Yeah, I do think the stewards are going to be having a very long and hard look. Yeah, I agree. That was a mix of Rumpadi, especially with that 1 second penalty. Electric all the way over.
Yeah, I don't want to be biased towards ZFS, but I think it was a little bit unnecessary. It's a little bit a shame for Electric that's been fighting a very good tumble down to 8th position.
Definitely got to be a long, hard look from the stewards, because Electric to be battling less than a second within the lead for basically the entire race. And to have to come home with a P8, maybe even a P9, looking at his tyres, which we might be able to get ahead. But just look back to the lead with a 6.3 second lead. It is Laughing GT who is going to, provided no mistakes, take win for P1R. And Reynag in P2, followed by Rumpadi and Sorte. Wheel to wheel here, the two teammates. Bit of a mistake. Rumpadi was like running wide. P1R 1 through 4. JTBJ for ZFS in P5. Speed Ace not too far behind. Very strong result to come home in P6 for Speed Ace. Seen some nice battles with him across the fields. Old Banger in P7 for P1R. Petrol rounding it out in P8 for P1R after he does get past Electric in P9 with them dead tyres. It's ZFS P9, ZFS P10, Mixter, strong result from Mixter. Addy Daddy in 11th and Sean Cormac in 12th. So there is Lappin GT crossing the line. I'm
a little bit surprised with Sean's pace tonight, because he's been driving.
name? Is the
Lee.
one that does the most practice out of all of them. From what I've seen, he'll be gutted with it, but it's still CTC. It was an insanely competitive lobby. Electric was the true winner in my mind. Should not have finished 9th. That was. Let's just be real. It was hit off track. It's not biased or anything. It was. Even if you didn't call it, you were battling with him. You see him go off. You wait up. But both of them should have waited up in my eyes. It's not right.
We've got
that
people
they finished,
on the chat wanting. We've got people on the chat wanting some crash replay.
I did use the replay system to the best, and then I was trying to look at it again. Didn't quite. Yeah, Kieran's gonna be straight on with that. Yeah, Rumpage straight out of the room. It's annoying because for the first 20 laps of the race, they were absolutely insane, wheel to wheel, doing it perfectly, and it just makes one mistake to send it all in shambles. It was... Yes, Taff. It's not a whitewash. We've still got ZFS boys in there. See, was that Sorte with a penalty or something? No? Their tyres also... It looks like Jay has taken Sorte on the line for P4. What a result. Speed Ace wasn't too far behind. So yeah, official result, that is P1R 1 through 3, ZFS 4, P1R 5, ZFS 6, P1R 7, 8, then ZFS 9, 10, 11 and 12.
And McCormack went for the fastest lap on the last lap. I don't know if you've seen.
Yeah,
he put on
he did,
soft tires.
56.5.
Had low fuel, brand new tires, and at least he snatched that. Congrats. We knew he had the pace to do it.
Yeah, so definitely P1R with the win overall. Very impressive driving across the field. I think I'm going to call it there for the stream, unless any drivers in chat want to do a bit of post-race interviews. I was going to have a graphic for the Nürburgring 2.4 hours that we're having as an upcoming race at ZFS, but I didn't set it up, so we're going to put the quick facts up and pretend that this is about the Nürburgring 2.4 hours, basically 2.5 hours of the Nürburgring that we have coming up at ZFS. We've currently got enough for one lobby, I believe. It'd be wicked to have two. Yeah, very nice endurance race coming up 31st of August at 8 PM UK time. Be there or be square. I know I'll be there. It's going to be an absolute blast, and yeah, I believe we're going to call it there. Thank you for joining me on comms. It's been an absolute blast doing it with you, Andy. We need to have you in here more.
Thank you for this stream, and I'll see you on the Nürburgring because that's my first race back.
It's your first race back, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep, it'll be fun.
Yeah,
thanks for joining. And that was a great race from all drivers.
Yeah.
Well done, as race director.
Electric, I just saw jumping in chat. You were completely robbed of that, mate. That was some of the best racing I've ever seen in my life up to lap 20. They'll just put in a stewards report. They'll get away with it. Everything will be sorted. Yep. Yeah, well done, Kieran, as well, as you were saying. You gone? Yeah, well done, Kieran, for being such a great race director, doing exactly what we wanted you to. Yeah, I'm going to end the stream here, and don't know when I'm going to be back, because, as I said, 2 weeks' time, I'm moving into university accommodation. I want to at least try to come off as normal and not just be the weird kid that sits in his dorm screaming like grown men playing race car for an hour and a half. We will probably be back, might just take a little bit of a break. Yeah, what a one to go out on. That was incredible race, and I will be back next time.